In the cycle of the program Attention, No Passage, Family Mythologies, storytellers told 4 stories into parts, 2 stories per meeting, each person connected to the platform from the different place at the same time. We were only connected together by this virtual space. In our experiment of how to tell stories online, we decided to use the popular applications Zoom and Google Meets as a second screen. It gives great opportunities to manipulate images and does not force participants to install special applications on their device. Meeting 1. The facilitator introduces the storytellers and participants to the situation of the meeting. Participants are asked to prepare cards and markers before the meeting. The storyteller tells a story about Athena, Zeus, and Metis on Zoom, and on the Google Meet screen shows the animation whose background is the
Słyszycie
voice telling a
przechodzące?
story.
Sły-
Then she asks to use the materials and to do exercise of drawing of some geometrical figures that reflects the relations between the characters of a story. It was a triangle, square, and circle. People were drawing on a piece of paper and showing paper closely to the screen. Another story. The storyteller plays the role of the TV speaker who is an archaeologist running a program about the Minoan culture from Crete. She shows the findings, the artifact, a rattle toy of Minotaur. We are watching on a Google Meet screen a story
Pracowali
pre-recorded on
uchodźcy
video
z
about the
Asji Minoru.
Minotaur presented as an
Oliwkowa cera,
alien,
ciemne oczy.
and
Oczy
his
ciemne.
mother Pasiphae. Then we go back to the Zoom meeting, and this is where the workshop exercise takes place, introduced by the storyteller. We use breakout rooms so the participants can share their reflections with each other in one-to-one conversations. So thanks to that, they can share in a more intimate space their stories of a favorite toy from their childhood and its possible or real loss. Meeting 2. The facilitator introduces the storytellers and participants to the situation of the meeting. The storyteller asks the question: how to tell storytelling images in front of the screen without an audience, which is, after all, the image we are looking at. But we will try. So we use the ability to insert an image in the background to display a photo behind the story. When we were telling the story live, we often use the projector in the room to throw the graphics or photos into the wall. We use screen sharing to display an introductory exercise, a summary of story, Tale of Stones, about the stones of guilds inherited after our ancestors. On the video showing sea as a background of the window, we also use the function to interact with listeners, participants, and they are asked the question: if my life were a journey across the sea, what kind of ship would I travel on? During the story, the guitar held on the storyteller's lap off screen enables the creation of live sound effects, similar to a live performance. The storyteller tells his story through successive pictures. We turn on the recording by sharing the facilitator's screen to combine the time of the performance with the time of another story, father and son pre-recording. Another storyteller. She tells her tale of Demeter and Persephone on the background of the characters she talks about. On the Zoom screen,
Tańczy dalej.
storyteller uses
Oto
different
córka
physical
jest
distances,
w
as
brzuchu
if
swojej
it was a close and far
powiadają,
film
że
set.
była tam
In the
10
course of her
nieśmiertelnych.
story, animated drawings appear. They add the visual layer for the audience. Finally, we use the connection to the Mentimeter application to collect feedback from listeners. It gives the opportunity to collect and display the words, sentences written by different people on the screen visible for everyone.